Hi, folks. John Cortisco back again. I'm going to cover some games in one of my favorite places in the world, the Isle of Man tournament. Great tournament, open tournament. You usually don't see top world-class players in open tournaments. Top 3 out of the top 10 in the world are playing, So Nakamura and Caruana. This game is a really wild game. Normally I analyze the game with the computer, but this time I'm just going to go through it and we're going to commentate as we go along. As White, my buddy from the UK, Mickey Adams, I like Mickey a lot. He's a really cool guy. He's as calm as they come. And his black and up-and-coming GM, Jan Christian Schroeder from Germany. Let's get to it. Adams is white. Schroeder is black. I'm going to go through the opening a little bit here. Pretty much standard stuff. Bishop A4. I didn't turn on infinite analysis. Let's try that. Castles. Pretty much standard stuff. Relope. Bishop comes back. D5. Now, what's happening in this game? You don't see much going on right now. But what's happening is it's a GM's worst nightmare. You run into a opponent where you go right into their preparation. And if you saw, you can see the whole entire commentary. You go to livestream.com and punch in Isle of Man. It'll come up. This is round 2. You see the whole commentary. Black Schroeder was playing almost instantly and using very little time. And you can tell Mickey was very uncomfortable. He ran into preparation. You're going to see this gets really wild. A4 doesn't look like it's going to get too crazy, but it opens up in a hurry. D takes. A takes. Pawn takes. And then queen takes. Now, right now, Mickey's down a piece. What do you do? What do you do? The computer likes bishop to b6 to move the bishop back and not save the knight. E4, he goes after the queen. The bishop takes, and now knight E5. So right now, white has 2 pawns for the piece. But look at the development. Look at the attack that's coming. Poor Mickey. And black is moving almost instantly through here. Mickey decides to go queen to E2. Now look, as you can see, these pieces are just sitting here. Now, black's king's out in the open, of course. We're going to see how that works out. Castles. D4, forking both pieces. The bishop G4 hitting the queen. And Mickey's taking a lot of time. Now, this is, I'll tell you, when you run into somebody's preparation like this, that's a GM. Maybe not a super GM, but a strong one. It's tough, and you've got to use a lot of time. And when you fall into your opponent's preparation, that's really brutal. But Mickey makes the best move in the computer, queen C2. Knight takes. The bishop. Queen takes. And black took a little bit of time here. And what move would you play if you were black? Pause the video and you can see, or just go through the game here a little bit. Both your pieces are being attacked. You're going to lose one. Okay. What do you do? And the move here, the second move on the computer is queen of D7. Just let the pieces go. But the best move is knight takes F3 check. Forcing Mickey to take with a pawn. Then you go after the rook. Pawn takes the bishop takes, king takes. Now, the way it's working out right now, it's 2 pieces and 2 pawns for a rook. White should be way up. but yet that's not true. The computer shows it as dead even. Queen of D1 by black. Mickey can't go king to G2 because you'll lose the bishop on C1. He has to block with the queen, and the queen takes F3. So Mickey very uncomfortable. And look at this. This is Mickey Adams, okay? 27-50 player, 27-45. And his knight and bishop haven't even moved yet. How incredible is that? How uncomfortable is poor Mick? Bishop E3. Finally gets some pieces developed. A takes. Rook takes. Rook takes. Knight to D2. It's starting to look up a little bit. Right now it's 2 pieces for a rook. Is that usually better? Yeah, as a rule. But look at all the Mickey's pieces. They're all huddled together. We'll see how he does here because the pressure's on. Remember, these are open tournaments. And in open tournaments, you have to win. It isn't like close or a round robin setup. You have to win. Queen checks. King comes up. Black grabs another pawn. Knight F3. And it's amazing how these guys find these moves. Queen H3 is also the computer move. Several moves available for Mickey. Queen B1, D2, D1. He decides D1. Freezing that rook on AA because of the mate trap. Queen get a queen in a much better spot. Knight to D4. Mickey's really trying, but he's struggling here because he walked right into his preparation. Queen checks. Queen blocks. Queen takes another pawn. Queen takes. Queen takes. Knight takes. And poor Mickey. Rook B8. Knight takes C7. Rook takes. You can see this coming now. King up. Rook C2. Got to guard the pawn. F6. Let's go through a few more moves here. King F7. Knight E3. The rook comes down. And they're going to move a few. Get the black king's going to come up a little bit. F4. Excuse me. G6. King F3. F5. All the pawns now are on light squares. C4, King D7, and Bishop G7, and that's where they called it quits. Hats off to the young GM from Germany, Jan Christian Schroeder. Mickey totally caught it unaware and walked right into his preparation. Tough break for Mickey. He's a top GM. You get a draw. It's almost the same as a loss in these open tournaments. Anyway, folks, there it is. One of the games I really enjoyed from round 2 of the 10th annual Isle of Man International Tournament 2016. Hope you enjoyed it. And one of the most beautiful places in the world. The place is perfect for me. It's beautifully green. They have a really mild climate. I like the colder, wetter climates myself. And maybe someday, if I get some money, I'll go there. It'll be great. Anyway, folks, look for more games from this great tournament. And as I always say, if you think chess is just a game, you're not playing it right. Take care, folks. Bye-bye.